Well, greetings, dear ones. We are as always honored to be amongst you. We count you as family. We are thrilled to know that your light has grown only ever stronger, not only in these last few weeks and days, but in these last few hours. It is indeed the moment for the dog star, for Sirius, and for this beautiful Lion's Gate, this portal opening. And of course, this begins in late July, and extends into almost to the middle of August. But today, the 8 and people love to turn that 8 onto its side, as a beautiful symbol of abundance. This is a very great moment. And yes, you have seen other Lion's Gate portals in your time. Many of you have been on the earth long enough, and in enough lives, that you intuitively feel the resonance and the importance of it, and this is fine. You have probably picked up that this particular Lion's Gate is more powerful and empowering and exciting than any other that you've experienced for a very, very long time. And by that, we mean thousands of years in Earth time. And we chose this lovely song by a composer, 𝐴, it's called Exceptional. And we chose this beautiful composition because you notice that it builds an excitement. There are moments where it's quiet and thoughtful, rather pensive, and then it goes into again, the strings racing off and foretelling that something amazing is about to happen, and that there's much activity happening. And we can tell you that that activity is occurring with all of your soul families, all of the ET races gathered around the Earth in millions upon millions, one could say, billions of starships, and many now landing as well. These are benevolent presences, and they have come to support you as you have called them in, which is wonderful. Hence the excitement of the absolutely beautiful excitement of that wonderful piece of music. So let's call forth now, call in this beautiful lion presence, those beautiful powerful spirits who guard the Syrian constellation. This is a brilliant star, Sirius. A very powerful light. And they are here with us, and they nod their assent that they are flowing to all of you not only the courage that you automatically associate with any powerful lion, of course, but the knowledge, the inner knowing, the wisdom, the passion for life, the joy of it that spurs on the passion, and the feeling of rebirthing that once was taken as lost. And so our writer has asked, since the star Sirius and those of Orion's belt and the sun and the earth, all beautifully in alignment, they're also beautifully connected on this day to the pyramids of Giza, the Great Pyramid, the Sphinx, etc. And she has asked, could we please journey into one of the pyramids and seek healing and also higher knowing? Now, higher knowing is bigger, of course, as you know, much bigger than simply understanding exactly what ET race is active where on the earth. It's much bigger than saying, I know what my life purpose is. Or, I remember all my past lives. It's bigger than anything that the left brain as you know it can grasp, and hold on to and make quite a big production out of. And that's something that the left brain really loves to do. It loves to go to a place where it catches on to new ideas, and it celebrates them, and this is perfectly fine. But then one is given the impression, this is really all I need in order to understand what these Syrian lions of this beautiful star are saying to us. Or, it's what I need in order to grasp the importance of traveling to one of the great chambers of any of these pyramids. And in fact, the left brain as it stands at the moment doesn't have the words, the concepts, or the capacity to fully take in what it is that you are gaining in this kind of a journey. So what we ask is that you open your heart space, and the heart will grasp everything that is happening. It will grasp it beautifully. You just want to open up, and we are already hearing these beautiful toning sounds, these vibrational resonances that occur inside the great chambers of the Great Pyramid of Giza. We're all going to flow together in the etheric, into the inside of the Great Pyramid in Egypt. Just allow your spirit to flow into that beautiful pyramid. You don't have to worry about looking for an entrance, we all of us flow through the walls easily. And we fit perfectly inside a chamber that was used for transmutation. It's a place where the high priests of Egypt would gather beautiful energetic language and wisdom from the energy of liquid gold. Now, that gold is flowing to you every moment, by the sun's beautiful solar light particles. And in this case, you are in a beautiful chamber of healing, and of higher wisdom and higher knowing. And you are willing to set aside everything you have learned in terms of the training of the left brain. Just make a motion with one hand as if you were going to set that aside for a moment. And you're opening your heart space. Just make a motion as if you're opening the heart a bit, using the hands. But today it flows to you easily. Now there's a beautiful being, and this is someone you have known for a very long time. They are in a sense an aspect of you in the higher realms. And they have picked up a beautiful golden goblet, and poured from a beautiful golden flask, and filled that goblet pretty much to the brim with pure liquid gold. Now they've placed it on a table, a marble table, in the middle of this circle. And they are speaking this beautiful energetic language that draws forth the presence of the gold to speak to the energies and the high heart and the higher mind of every single person here. So as the particles of that liquid gold fly out, so tiny, these particles, that you probably can't quite see them, but you can sense them, they're disseminating out into the air, and they're reaching the heart space of everyone. And in a moment, you may feel that you're flying amongst the stars. If you don't sense that, that's all right, but you're beginning to remember of your soul strength, aspects of lives spent in the high period of Egyptian spiritual study. You're beginning to remember and regain understandings that you had in Atlantis and Lemuria. And you too are intuitively speaking with these beautiful gold particles floating out from this well of liquid gold in this beautiful goblet. And you're calling forth a sense of your own royalty. Now that is interesting, because you will hear people speak of the royalty of the Syrian star lions. And you'll hear people speak of the royalty of certain lineages on the earth. And we can tell you that most of them, in terms of the human lines at present, and the non-human lines at present claiming to be royalty, they are utterly power imitations, to say the least. Very, very power imitations of what true royalty is in the sense of not bloodline, but higher consciousness. And so this is a concept that goes beyond what humanity has been taught for many thousands of years. And all it means is those who have graduated to a level where they travel within their etheric body quite consciously and with ease, those who can heal, those who can cleanse the oceans, those who can purify the air and the soil. And so as to serve humanity and to serve the earth occurs now on a very, very high level. Now, your first obligation, dear ones, as those who are in service to the light and to the ascension of this planet, your first obligation is to know joy. To grasp how well loved you are. To grasp the power that is within you to co-create with this universe on a very high level. And that means to shift outer circumstances to a higher vibration level, certainly not through the exertion of the will and the mind, but through the lifting of the heart energies to a place of joy, and that place will take you beyond the ego mind, utterly beyond. And now we see all of your auras opening, getting very much greater, very much larger, your radiance beyond that, getting brighter and brighter. And you're beginning to remember who you truly are, and to reclaim that fully. You're just releasing that, whether it belongs to you or someone else. All of you drawing in only that which you desire, the wisdom, the inner knowing, the ability to love on a higher level. You're drawing all of that from all of the earth experiences you've ever had, not only this life, but all lives you've ever lived on this planet. You're drawing forth only the gold and leaving the dross, and that's just disappearing. It's just fading into the air. Now just breathe out. You're releasing these feeling of being contained in some way. It's the lower path, it's not who you are, dear ones. So now each time you breathe out, the remainder of today and tomorrow and the next day breathes out, you're letting your child's self know nothing that happened to you is your fault. And everything associated with them from other lives. All of you, growing increasingly telepathic, increasingly able to read energy. And as this beautiful being is speaking in etheric terms, in energetic language with the language of the gold that is in this goblet, all of you are receiving etherically that knowledge which you have come in for. Now, you may not know exactly what that is. So say to your higher self, can you tell me what it is what I have asked, or that you have asked for, on my behalf? So ask them that right now, and they will flow that answer to you, whether you hear it or not. You may have a dream about it. And what we are hearing from many of you is that you were never fully birthed to begin with as an Earth human. You are a perfect hybrid in human form. But your connections run all throughout this galaxy and throughout the universe and many other galaxies. So there's no need anymore to feel that you just don't fit in Earth life. That was never going to happen as fully as one might expect. It's for you now to realize, as the Earth moves up in vibration and joins the energies of 5D, it is increasingly intergalactic. And so the message we are hearing, and whatever message you hear is fine, but the general message for all of you that we are hearing is that you will soon enough feel at home on Earth in ways you have never felt at home before, and that is because of the increasing presence of your soul family. Many of them walk the Earth as humans, and many of them are on the ships. Many still in the etheric. Because wherever a person feels they are best placed for their own growth and development and evolvement, and for however they are assisting Earth now, that is where they will be, and all of it beautifully sacred, all of it perfect. The excitement you heard building over and over in that lovely piece of music is there because it symbolizes the excitement building all around and within this Earth, and on the surface of it. And you yourselves feel it. And if you feel exhausted at times by these energies, we would say, don't be troubled, dear ones. Rest more. Drink more water. More time in nature. She will replenish you on many levels. But it's important to realize, time is moving differently. Your bodies are behaving differently. Your mind is working differently. Your emotions are presenting to you many things that they desire that you heal. Nothing is as it was. And though that can feel rather strange, we would say, you have, all of you, assisted powerfully in bringing forward this moment. And so you can stay in this beautiful chamber as long as you wish. If you are seeking healing, go ahead and approach the marble table with the goblet, and this dear one is going to transfer a good measure of the liquid gold particles into your mental, emotional, physical structures. Simply by intending to do so energetically. So you're opening up, dear ones. Opening up to receive now. Just sit with palms facing up, ready to receive. It has been an honor to walk upon Mother Earth. And now in this crowd we are joined by many beautiful angelic beings, and they are also assisting in your healing, your renewal, and your next step up in your evolvement. Wonderful, dear ones. So remain here as long as you wish. When you are ready, you will come back fully into the body and into this room you are in physically still. But you will not lose the gifts you have received here. With great thanks to these beautiful lions of Sirius, and to all the beautiful beings joining us in the pyramids of Giza now. And to Mother Sekhmet, who still blesses the Sphinx which once resembled her. And so we send much love as always, dear ones, and many blessings, honored as always, to be amongst you. Namaste. Channel, Caroline Oceana Ryan.